Welcome back to Rise Entertainment 360. Now our next guest is heating up the screen on the hit show Star on Fox. And she's here to hopefully spill the tea about the season finale 2 weeks away. Amiyah Scott, welcome to the show.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. I am addicted to the show. Everyone loves it. It's a hit on Fox. So you got to tell some of those people who are living under a rock about your character, Cotton Brown.
So I play Cotton, who is the daughter of Queen Latifah, who plays Carlotta. And she is, I mean, how do I even begin to explain Cotton? You watch the show. Cotton is a handful, but she's a young woman that is transgender, and she is currently searching for her dreams or fighting for them, per se. And yeah, I love Cotton's strength. I do sometimes, you know what I mean, pity Cotton because she seems to go through so many different situations. I would hope that Cotton finds happiness one day. Yeah, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Everybody needs to be happy, right?
Right.
Now, do you think this is sort of a case of art imitating life? Because you're playing, you said, a transgender person on the show,
Yes.
and you yourself are also a transgender person.
Yes.
So do you use that to kind of connect with your character? And is it art imitating life?
Yes, of course. I think that, I mean, well, thankfully, I have a great reference to pull from because I am actually transgender myself. Cotton is in the earlier stages. She's a lot younger than I am in real life. And yeah, though I have something like a reference to pull from, sometimes it's slightly difficult because, I mean, like imagine having like already overcome something and then having to play that, you know, for TV. Sometimes it takes me back to those old places or the dark spaces or things like that. But I mean, I get through it because it's the art.
It is the art, right?
Yeah.
Well, with people like yourself and Laverne Cox, you know, sort of representing very well on camera, do you feel like you are a representation for the entire community, that you're giving opportunities to other people? Is it a lot of pressure to get it right?
I think that there is a tad, you know what I mean, like a small amount of pressure, but no, I'm not the only representation. I think that we are telling a story that is rarely told. I think that the representation does matter because me growing up, there weren't, you know what I mean, trans women on television. I couldn't turn on primetime television and see someone who inspired me or who was like me, in a sense. So it is some pressure, but it feels like an honor to be able to do that, to be able to offer that.
Yeah. Do you feel like that you're finding it easier to find roles for yourself as a female?
I think that at first, and I'm happy that, because Laverne, who you mentioned, she was actually speaking on this, I would love for them to offer us just more roles and cis women, you know what I mean, roles. Not everything has to be a trans woman or a trans character. I really don't want to be boxed in. I'm a woman, so it doesn't always have to be trans in front of it.
Well, I know you do a lot of work with the LGBT community.
Oh, yes.
How do you hope this role and you being in the spotlight will help empower or affect the community?
I would hope, well, it's not even hope, it's happening right now. I think shining a light, though sometimes the story tends to be kind of rough at times. I think that we are shining a positive light on the trans community. I think that we are working to change stigmas and stereotypes, and I think that they're doing a really great job.
As are you, so good job.
Thank you. I mean, as far as the writing and things like that, but no, like I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the show again. Why do you think that fans are so drawn to this show? Like, people are like, I got to go. Don't text me while I'm watching Star. You know, they don't want to be bothered.
I think that people love the show because it's real. You know, I'm biased to it, of course, because I film it and see it, but even my friends tell me things like, even if you weren't on the show, we would still, like, love this show because it's such a good show. I believe that it's authentic. And I think that it has a piece for everyone to relate to. I mean, he touches on so many different, like, the issues, and that's why I really respect Lee Daniels so much because he puts it in the forefront. Like, you know, he really, he tackles those tough issues that people tend to sweep under the rug, and I commend him for that.
And you mentioned earlier that your character is Queen Latifah's daughter on the show. So what's it like playing the daughter of the Queen?
It's amazing. I mean, like, it's amazing still to this day. And she and I have a personal relationship. She's so sweet. She's been a mentor to me. I mean, like, we've ran lines, and she is just such a sweet person. You see these people on TV or movies, these huge stars, and to think or to have the opportunity to work with them, because I mean, Queen plays my mom, and then it's Benjamin Bratt who plays my father. It's Patti LaBelle who plays my grandmother.
You asked for a better TV family? I mean, hello.
It's amazing.
Do you have to pinch yourself sometimes?
Oh, constantly. And Brandy plays my aunt. And the list, I mean, it goes on. And to be around such talent, because this is my first acting experience.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even think that this was going to be the route that I was going to go.
Well, how did you get this position then? How did you get this opportunity?
Well, when Lee wrote Cotton, he was talking to his sister, and this is in the early stages of character development, and Cotton was a trans woman. So I guess he, because they tell me this story, of course, but I guess when he expressed that he was looking for a trans woman, his sister Girlie was like, oh no, I know the girl.
Oh.
And I mean, I'm here today.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Well, did you have to go through like a lot of acting classes or courses to try to get ready for the part?
I did. I didn't have much time, and I worked with, he paired me up with some great acting coaches. Like, I don't want to name drop and stuff like that, but Lee hooked me up with the best of the best. And then having Queen and Ben kind of working so closely to me, it was almost something that came natural. And I think during first season, I was nervous because I didn't know how my acting was going to come across. And now I don't have an acting coach for second season, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
I would not have known that you had one at all, because you just pulled it off so effortlessly. I was, shocked you said that, and that this is your first experience.
Yeah.
So do you hope that this leads into more acting experiences? Do you want to do movies, commercials, what?
I would love to. I'm a tad bit shy, so it's not saying that I'm not going to take advantage of the opportunity or work to my full potential, but had you asked me a few years ago, you know what I mean, I would not have had any idea that I was going to be an actress, especially acting alongside such greats on a hit show. I mean, I do have to pinch myself sometimes, but I would hope now, after conquering this in a sense, to move on to more shows or more seasons for Star, or like movies or whatever else that I can get my hands on. I'm ready.
Well, there's a lot of singing in this show, so maybe singing is next for you. Are you a singer, or do you plan on singing on the show?
I'm not technically a singer.
Technically. Neither am I, but, what does that mean anyway?
I can sing, I believe. I'm not going to sing right now.
Oh, dang, that's my next question.
But yeah, I would just be willing to just go with it,
Okay.
I would.
So, all right, so Lee Daniels, next up, got to get some singing coaches, got to hook her up. So you had mentioned some name dropping of some of the amazing people that have been on the show. Has there been anyone that kind of got starstruck over, or was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm meeting them, especially the surprise guest cameos?
Yes. The only reason that I got accustomed to Queen Latifah is because she plays my mom, so we work so closely together.
Right.
And I mean, she is so loving and nurturing that I really, you almost can't fan out with Queen, because you can, of course, but she's so humble that it's just like, I can't explain it, but I lost my mind for Naomi Campbell. I couldn't take it.
That's huge. That's pretty impressive.
I couldn't take it. She's so sweet. Sweet, and she's an icon. I've watched her for years, and to have met her, to have her be nice, and and Patti did it for me too.
Yeah.
Patti did it for me too, but she's also another, not saying that Naomi isn't humble, but Patti and Queen have like this Southern hospitality to them almost, that warmth, like it's no other way I can explain it. And though Naomi does too, I didn't work with Naomi as much. So it's not like I saw her day in or day out and we had scenes to practice. I saw her in, passing or maybe sitting on the van and stuff, and she's so supportive. It's just awesome. Amazing to me. Like, I see her leave comments on my Instagram and I get butterflies. Like, that's Naomi Campbell.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and now your character's role is heating up on the show
Yes,
because
it
you
is.
recently met the son that you had
Yeah.
when you were a guy, but now you've transitioned already on the show. So they're trying to introduce you to this little boy, and he's like, "I thought I was gonna meet my dad. Where is he?"
He's dead.
What's next?
His dad is dead.
You're like, "No, we don't kill Tim off. Oh, your dad is not here."
You're just not going to believe it, Joe. It's going to get, the things are going to get really, I don't want to say messy, I want to say drama filled. We are, because I don't want to spoil anything.
Come on, you can just give us a little bit. A little bit.
Well, Jaden has some issues. I'm sure that you saw from the last episode the way that it ended. And so on top of the issues that we already had that were not, kind of resolved, now we have a health scare.
Yeah.
It's going to be some death possibly. It's going to be some drama. It's going to be good.
Oh my God. Okay, so the season finale is in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Who gonna die?
I can't tell you.
Okay,
that.
what's a little, just some breadcrums you can give us to lead us up to the season finale of Star?
Things are going to get intense. I think that it's going to be, to me, the show keeps getting better and better per, you know what I mean, per week, per episode, and we're going to continue on that trend. It's going to blow your mind.
Are you gonna stay out of jail?
Yes.
All right, we got that part coming. She's like, let me say, am I allowed to say that? Okay.
Yes, I am going to stay out of jail this time, hopefully.
Okay, and maybe season 3 we'll be able to hear you sing.
And maybe, right?
Maybe,
and so you're putting that in the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm going to put it out there. Go ahead.
If in fact I do sing one day, I'm going to think about you and be like, he said it.
And then when you release your first album, you got to come back on the show.
Oh, wait. Now you're taking it too far.
We're just going to go all the way there. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Having me.
I
really
success with the
this.
show. Yes, keep it up the great work. We love watching it every Wednesday
at 9 p.m.
on Fox.
Yes.
So make sure you check it out. Season finale is in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back with more of Rise 360.